Now let's talk about the second contract. This is what teams aspire to. It's like they want to say, we have a franchise quarterback. We're paying him $500 million. We're a good franchise. Josh Allen got the deal. Patrick Mahomes got the deal. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens are thinking about it. They have to make a big decision. The Browns have to make a big decision. The Rams did make a big decision on Goff. It was the wrong decision. The Eagles made the wrong decision with Wentz. This is something teams do, and it really seems to work out poorly most of the time. Just a little stat. Again, since the rookie wage scale has come into effect, last 10 years, only one quarterback on his second contract has won a Super Bowl. It was Eli Manning in 2011. That's it. Otherwise, it's guys who are on third, fourth, fifth contracts later in their, guys in their 30s who are maybe a little bit cheaper than a dude who's 26 getting paid top of the market, or young guys. So the Niners, again, they seem to be aspiring for the second contract guy. They brought in Jimmy Garoppolo right at the end of his rookie deal so they could give him a ton of money. They have Trey Lance on the bench, and they're saying stuff like, hey, man, he's not going to play until he's absolutely ready. Okay, and then that could be in 3 years. He plays well, and then you give him $500 million, or what? It could be $1 billion in 3 years. Get with the program, guys. Come on. You don't need to wife up these quarterbacks. You can kind of play the field, be a bachelor, move on every few years. I just don't understand this whole tradition in the NFL. Like, let's just spend all our money on one player and call ourselves a great team. Did it work for Seattle? Did it work for Green Bay? No. And I guess it seems like, well, it's not all about winning the Super Bowl. You want to be competitive. Fine, whatever. Okay, that's how you feel. These are the 49ers. There's a high standard in Santa Clara, 5 Super Bowl rings, and since the Yorks have been there, they talk about Super Bowl runs. We made it to the Super Bowl. Oh wow, that's phenomenal. Great job. Before you were in I'm going off on a tangent here. I don't want to talk about it. The Niners didn't lose Super Bowl until the Yorks got here. Anyway, second contract is something I think you kind of want to avoid, even if you have the greatest quarterback of your generation, Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. You can't win. It's hard to win a Super Bowl if you're paying a dude that much. It's just so hard. The Packers have proven it.
Yeah, I don't know that you can let a Rodgers or a Mahomes walk.
It's a conundrum. What you really need is that dude to work with you and take a little bit of a pay cut, but Rodgers will never do that, ever.
No, he's not that dude.
No, he won't. And so that's, to me, like, look, if you have Rodgers, what you could have done, waited for a year when you love the first pick coming out, Kyler Murray, whoever it is, next year, Bryce Young, trade him for the first pick in the draft, plus more. And just be like, I really like Bryce Young.
I think what you could potentially do is you'd have to be wise as a GM as you flip your roster. So if you plan for, like, if I'm the Chiefs, right, and I know that this Mahomes contract is going to come into effect, right? So I'm going to flip my roster. I want my entire roster to be young and not vets, and flip it. So I want to accumulate draft picks and just surround Mahomes with a bunch of young players, so that it's to make up for some of that cap space that I'm not saving with the quarterback being paid so much. That's the other thing you could do. It's harder, right? Because it's easier just to do it with one position, the quarterback's cheap, and then you pay everybody else. But I think you'd have to plan for it and then flip it.
Yeah, I just think it's really interesting to me that people say, you gotta have that vet quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Well, really, in the last 10 years, the only vet quarterback, like in his prime on that second contract, who won a Super Bowl was freaking Eli on a wild card team that was like 9-7. Right? That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. And then the other 4, there's 4 that's Brady because he's amazing, and then there's 4 with these teams that had guys on that first contract: Wentz, Flacco, Mahomes, Wilson. That to me is, you got 4 one team, and then Eli in the 9-7 New York Giants. What's the template really?
But and this whole concept even goes back further, right? Where it you're talking about the percentage of a cap,
right?
A quarterback taking, right? Is it the highest it's ever been? Was Steve Young? Was it 14?
Yeah, 13.
Like 13.
Yeah, and if the Niners were to win it this year, Jimmy would be the highest of all time. He would. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so really, the only quarterbacks in the history of the salary cap who've won it making double-digit salary cap percentages: Favre, Young, Eli, Peyton, Brady. That's it. 5 guys. Favre, Young, Eli, Peyton, Brady. So, I mean, Rodgers hasn't done it.
And
Brady's
all
hasn't done it.
yeah,
Elway didn't do it. Mm-mm.
right. So like, and all of those guys are Hall of Fame
Warner
guys.
was dirt cheap when he won.
Those are all Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
That's right.
So that's why we talk about with Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's not going to the Hall of Fame.
Not going to the Pro Bowl.
So how are they going to win? How can they win a Super Bowl with him being paid that much?